11 years ago, right? Well, 12 years ago, I was 8 years old and I went to the opticians to do an eye test, right? After the eye test, the optician just wanted to know a few things about me. And one of the questions the woman asked me, Gordon, when do you want to have kids? I said 30, right? That was 12 years ago now. I was 8. Now I'm 20 years old, right? And 10 years from now is going to come very quick. It's not very far in hindsight. It seems very close. Kids in 10 years, well, here's how I see it, and relating it to the title. Personally for me, so that none of you guys get offended, this is my own personal opinion, right? And if you get offended, well, get out. Simple. But the way I see it, I didn't really get to live, right? I didn't really get to live. Barely. Think about it. 0 to 3, I have no memory. Literally, as most of us don't. You got no memory of what you were doing. And it's like 4 to 11, you went to primary school, right? Or elementary school, to the Americans watching. Shout out to you. Alright, cool. Alright, and then, you got 11 to 16, secondary school, high school. Then 16 to 18, higher education. I don't know what it's like for you Americans, but for you UK, it's higher education again. Either BTEC, so college or sixth form. They can study A-level, college as well, but college or sixth form, right? And then it's like, it's 18 to 21, university. Or for people, my scenario, they don't want to go to university. It's 18 to 30, struggle, you don't know yourself yet, you're still building your identity, you don't know what career we want. And then we're expected to have a child right after. You see where I'm coming from? We never got to live. And that bugs me. It's bugged your parents too. Many parents, really. And here's the unfortunate truth. Most parents, they don't like their lives. They complain about work all the time. And I didn't speak to every adult existing. But you can see it in public. You can see the looks on their faces. The majority, do they enjoy doing what they do? Hey, this is where things get a bit uncomfortable, but it has to be said, man. Hey, a lot of people, they follow that path, right? Now, this isn't me shaming being a young father or mother. If it aligns and if it's truly what you want, it's beautiful. I'm just speaking for me. You may resonate. Yeah, you may resonate. If you don't, it's cool too. It's cool to have different opinions. But when you start getting offensive and stuff like that, that's where you cross the line a bit. Because someone else's opinion bothers you. You're not a kid anymore, you're an adult. Calm yourself, bitch. That's to the people who, can't. You get the point. But anyway, that's besides the point. I want to live, guys. I really want to live. I want to enjoy stuff, man. Because when you have a child, right, and this is fair enough, you need to prioritize the child now. Your life is just not your own anymore. You got a woman too. Fair enough. And it's not me saying I don't want to have kids. I'd love to have children in the future. When I'm 40, when I'm established. I have 20 years now to just build. Focus on my career. I'll accomplish most of my goals. Right? Build myself up so I'll be a multi-millionaire already by the time I choose to have kids. Right? And I'll be in my prime too. 30, mid-30, late 30, so I'll have the best pickings of women anyway. Men are most attracted to women in their 30s. So it only makes sense for me personally to do so. The same way most women get married in their 20s. Early 20s, mid-20s, some even late 20s. They do that 20 bracket. Why? It's an unspoken rule. But they know that's when they peak. In terms of attractiveness, they know this. I don't know why it's taboo to say this. Pretty much everyone knows now, right? They're most attractive, and the women know this too. It's not me shitting on them, I'm just being honest. And sometimes the truth can hurt. Hey, the same way the truth hurts that men are the most attractive to women in their 20s. That's just a general fact. They're more attractive when they get older. And across the board, they may be fit and youthful, but you're broke. So the same way it's a brutal truth for men, it's a brutal truth for women. You know what I mean? Women are most attractive in their 20s. Men are pretty ugly in their 20s. You know? Across the board too. We're still figuring shit out. Now, like I said, if the young marriage thing is for you, it's not an attack on you. I'm just speaking for me personally. For some of you, having the children is part of you living. I hear that. I respect you. I'm not bashing you. This video's not for you. I'm just saying for me, I want to travel the world a bit. I want to do things that I always wanted to do as a kid, but I was never able to do. Because when you're a child, you're restricted. You want to go out do this thing. Your parents are like, stay at home. Fair enough, you're a kid. You know, you got school tomorrow. But when you're adult, you got that freedom now. But most people, and people who even want to have that freedom that I'm talking about, just financial freedom from a career and whatnot, they sabotage it for female life goals. Then they're in a marriage they're not happy about. Sometimes I'm outside, I'm walking, I see grown couples together. I see a pretty 22-year-old woman walking past, just a woman in her 20s. And when the woman's not looking, the wife's not looking, I see the husband look back and like, he probably regrets his decisions and wish he could have been with her. But he settled too early. That's just me though. I have my own opinions. You may be different, that's fine, I respect it. But when you start getting offensive in the comments, that's when we have a problem. You may want to pipe down. It's childish. You know what I mean? That's me, man. So I don't want to have kids till I'm 40, man. Because I'm thinking 10 years, bro, that's very close, man. And let's talk about averages. Well, average guy gets out of uni 21. So it's like 9 years with that money you're working on goes to the child. So you never could have focused on your own dream. Now, the woman is sorted. Most women, they just want to get married, have a nice home, have some kids. Fair enough, I respect them chasing their goals. It's not even me shitting on the woman here. Respect for the woman, they're chasing their goals. And the problem I'm saying is, the guy will sabotage his goals for the woman's goal. Right? And then when you have the kid, the woman's cool, she's got her goals. And you're like, well, you're kind of stuck. I mean, you can't really lock in and go back to the workplace and, you know, get the money up to start a business. It's like, bro, you have 2 kids, and fair enough. So you can't do that. So it's all about timing to me, man. Timing. Just about when. I want to travel the world a bit. I want to travel to as many places as possible. Then when I do finally decide to settle down, it's like, cool. All right, I traveled a bit of the world. I dated a duff woman. You know, I know what type of woman I want, personality-wise, culture-wise, race-wise. I know what I'm into. I'm into anyone, but you know, experiment different cultures, flavors. What do you want? I don't see what's wrong with that. And it's not me telling you be a degenerate. It's not like you don't even need to have sex with them. You know what I mean? Just date. Everyone makes it happy. Oh, you're talking to another woman. If you're not in a relationship, right? What's wrong with talking to another woman? It's not cheating. You're just talking to another human being, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? I think you got the point. That's just me, though. You may be different, cool. But if you start getting pissed off and it comes in offensive, you may need to pipe down a bit. We're adults here. Come on.